Virgo, hi. So this is going to be a reading for June 26th through July 2nd, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Now let's see, Virgo. What is happening? Ooh, the overall energy for the reading, the Two of Cups. So we're talking about you and somebody else here. Definitely wanting love in a particular situation that you are tied up to. So we'll see. In the recent past, the Emperor, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Cups. I feel like you entered a place of wanting to allow yourself to feel more rather than always be in control, always be in charge, or think that you are. Okay, let's control the situation. Let's have it go this way and this way and this way and this way. There's a little bit of rejection to that on your side in terms of how about I feel more into it, you know, instead of always kind of just wanting to have things done in certain ways. In the current situation, the Judgment card, the Page of Pentacles, the Lovers. This is a very transformative kind of energy over this connection you're dealing with, and I feel like you're learning a lot as you go. You know, as things unfold, as things shift, as things, whatever's happening to things, you're learning from it, which is great. In the immediate future, the Five of Pentacles, the Empress, the Four of Swords. As you allow yourself to feel more, you're actually stepping a whole lot more into your own feminine energy, into that whole sense of just knowing, just going with the flow, not wanting to control things, not wanting to direct things. That's opening up more and more for you. That's being brought to the surface more and more for you. As that opens up, though, there's also a sense of fear that opens up for you. You know, that whole sense of, okay, I'm feeling this, that, and the other, but the more you step into that, the more you brush away the aspect of control. And when we think we're in control, we're not that scared. We're scared a little bit. Well, the irony of that is that we're scared shitless when we think we're in control, or when we think we want to take charge. We wouldn't want to take charge, you know, if we weren't scared of losing something, or, you know. But as you feel more and more, that aspect of control is feeling pushed to the side. So it's going to want to come back in. It's going to want to be like, no, you need to take charge again. And for that to happen, fear is going to step in. So some things might feel scary. Some things might feel, the more you open up, you know, you're vulnerable. It's a space you haven't been used to necessarily. And of course, fear is going to sneak in like, are you sure this is a safe space for you to be open like this? Don't you need to protect yourself? And yeah, who the hell knows what your mind is going to try to tell you, but that's how it sneaks in. So I kind of see the potential of that happening, where finally you're allowing yourself to feel more, but then fear tries to sneak in. Let's clarify. Let me clarify the Two of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Magician, the Three of Cups. You're in a pretty nice place here, and I feel like you're manifesting this place. And again, allowing yourself to feel more is placing you in this position of, ooh, a blue jay. That's a big one. Big boy. Is allowing yourself to just go with things as they come, you know? Just take it one day at a time and just allow for things to unfold in the way that they need to. And again, that's going to open you up more and more. It's going to open up your heart more and more, and you're going to feel the intensity and the love of this connection more and more. So it's quite nice the way you're showing up here. Let me do the Emperor in the recent past. Whew. The Eight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Swords. I mean, typical. You know, that whole place of, I'm in charge, I'm going to make things happen, and blah. Behind all that, you know, behind that curtain of, yay, we got this covered, there's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of, what if I can't make this happen? What if, you know, but what if I can make it happen, but then it's not right because it doesn't feel right because I'm forcing things to happen in this way, and then If I'm forcing things to happen in this way, then is it natural? Then is it really supposed to be here? Or is it here because I'm forcing it to be, you know? But on the surface, they're keeping it steady, keeping it like, we got this piece of cake. What are you talking about? You know? Supporting this, we got this piece of cake kind of energy is definitely a whole lot of overthinking. A space that's lost, you know? Let's do the Nine of Wands. A very stressful place too. For the Nine of Wands, you get the Nine of Pentacles, the Temperance card, the Seven of Pentacles. But you have been working a lot on allowing yourself to see things in a different way, to experience things in a different way. Because I feel like that energy of being in control or thinking, again, we're never in control. You know, sorry to burst your bubble. It's like telling you that Santa doesn't exist, but we're never in control. We think we are. But allowing yourself to fall more into the place of experiencing things from a different perspective, that of the heart, of just being and accepting things as they are, I feel like you've done a lot of work on that, you know, or you try to at least. It came with a lot of bumps in the road, and the bumps in the road were actually yours. You know, you placed them there with this energy of, because if you functioned most of your life under this energy of the mind of, let's get things done, let's have things under control, it's very hard. It's very hard to allow yourself even to step a little to the side of that and see things from a different angle, you know? And especially allowing your heart to come in and, you know, kind of see how that feels. That's a lot. So there's been a lot of work there with bumps in the road. Let's do the Nine of Cups. In the recent past, the High Priestess, the Six of Swords, the Death card. You definitely experienced, well, Dragonfly, that's a big one. You definitely allowed yourself to open up. You know, it's not like you've been shut down all your life. You don't even know what the heart feels like, and no, you know what that feels like. And I feel like, you know, you've been microdosing with opening up your heart, definitely, over there. And it does feel very different. It does feel like, you know, as long as you do that and coming from a place of, let's just be, things start to look very different. Things start to feel very different. And I feel like even though you've been microdosing with this kind of energy, you shut it down. Every time it came through and you've experienced that and felt it for like a minute or two, you're like, yeah, I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna shut it down because I've never felt this. I've never, you know, it's unfamiliar. Unfamiliar territory. So I'm just gonna shut it down. So it did show up for you. You just shut it down every time. Let's do the Judgment card. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Five of Cups. This Page of Pentacles is very reassuring to me. It's looking really, really good to me because it tells me that you are allowing yourself to be open to learning from things looking different, things feeling different. So you're definitely in a place of an ant, but it was a huge one. It was huge. It was the size of this. No, I'm exaggerating, but at least my nail. Definitely open to, more open to allowing things to be what they are and just to feel your way into this connection, especially. There's still stuff from the past that are haunting you, especially, again, if you functioned a lot after, according to that energy of control, of wanting to take control. You know, who the hell knows what happened there. So there's still things that are showing up for you from the past, almost trying to interfere with your new process. Let's do the Page of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. I love this energy for you because it looks like it's new, and it looks like you're not shutting it down like you used to in the past. You're allowing it to be, to just be, to unfold. And then taking it one day at a time and seeing what happens, instead of just being scared of it and just shutting it down because it's like, I'm not used to it, I don't know what this is, go away. You know, this time around, you're showing up in a very grounded energy that just allows for things to unfold. And it allows you to feel a lot more into this connection. And you're possibly feeling things that you didn't feel before into this connection. You know, there's a lot of equal give and take. There's a lot of energy that's being exchanged, and it's great energy. You know, it's not bad and bickering and fighting. And when you look at this connection from your heart perspective, it's shown up very different, even in what it represents to you. Now, what's happening physically, I have no idea, but energetically, it's definitely shown up very, very different, in a good way. The Lovers, you get the King of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there's the fear. There's the fear trying to sneak in. It's like, you know what? You spend too much time with your heart here. Let's do something about it, because, you know, you used to be good at this, shutting it down. What are you doing? Keeping it open like that? How dare you? You know? That's where the fear comes in. When you've been too long in this energy of just being open, just staying open to how things are. As to the Five of Pentacles, and it's creeping in. The fear is trying to creep in, especially when you're trying to take action towards something. So when you, I don't know, you're thinking maybe I should cook dinner tonight for the both of us, and then fear shows up and what, did they ever cook dinner for me? Why should I do it? That's a weight of it creeping in, you know. For the Five of Pentacles, in the immediate future, you get the Five of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. Yeah, you're going to struggle a little bit with this fear. It's going to show up here and there, and it's going to stay for a little bit until it tries to convince you to take back control. What are you doing, feeling, you know? So the energies might be shown up as being a little bit deceptive. Like, in the current situation, there's a flow to things. There's a beautiful flow to things. As soon as this fear is starting to creep in, the energies start to, oh, we're flowing again, you know, it's kind of like that, which is looking quite deceptive. It's looking quite unhealthy. And then I see you realizing what's happening and starting to slowly but surely focus back onto yourself, you know. Give that love that you were giving here in a very natural and organic way, give it back to yourself, because that's where it starts. I feel like that's how you reach this place to begin with, because you allowed yourself to feel. And that's self-love right there. For the Empress, in the immediate future, you get the Page of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Wands. Coming back to that place of feeling, because you're being pulled out of it by your own fear, and then slowly but surely returning to that. And I feel like you're trying different ways where it's never looking the same, which is quite interesting, because, you know, it never gets boring then. But it is showing up as being quite challenging. It feels like right now you mastered it somehow, and then when you lose grip of it, it's harder to get it back. But it's not impossible, because you're still doing it, you know, to get back to yourself, to get back to your heart. There's going to be some stressing along the way. There's going to be, and those are indications of that fear. Still trying to pull at you, still trying to pull you out of your heart and into your mind. So it's not going to be the easiest thing, but overall, I think you got it. For the Four of Swords, you get the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, through this process of healing and coming back to yourself as you're being pulled out of yourself again, try to constantly remind yourself of your goal. What is your goal here? What do you want to achieve here? You know, happiness, stability, whatever it is that you want, especially tied up to this connection, you know. I feel like that would be a good reminder, because I see you coming back to that over and over again, and that feels so soothing and so good. But I feel like that's a good reminder for you to keep. You know, and you're showing me a sense of stubbornness to it too. Like, yeah, I remind myself every morning at 7 a.m. on the dot, you know, kind of a thing. So, I don't know. Feels pretty good, but let's see what the universe has. Let's close it off. The King of Swords, the World card, the Three of Cups. Things are definitely shifting. Things are changing, not only for you, but for the connection you're dealing with currently. And it's not going to change only for one connection. It's going to change for all of them. Because something's shifting within yourself. You're going from a place of logic and practicality, and things have to be certain ways, into a place of, let me just feel and see how that feels. You know, kind of a thing. So you're definitely going through a shift here, which again, when you get to that place, and you're still at the beginning of that in terms of, you know, yeah, you get there, yeah, you can sustain it for a little bit, but fear is always going to try to pull you back, you know, to pull you out of it. That's going to be valid for the rest of your life. So it's kind of like trying to learn at that point how to work with that when fear does show up. Do you recognize it? Do you see it? Do you see what it's trying to do? Work with that fear. Don't push it away. Don't like, fear, what are you doing? Go away. The more you reject it, the harder it's going to get, and the more the fear is going to pull on you. You know, so you got to make friends with it and work with it, and then it'll get easier to get into this place. So that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.